What is social media? What is important to us? And finally, what is effect do you think it's having on the mental health of all of us? Ladies and gentlemen, my name is Tanika Arosio, and I'm here today to inform to you and talk to you about the unintended consequences of social media is having on your mental health. Did you know a collection of Kenyan universities say that more than 60% of our youth are active in social media? Some of us spend 2 or more hours a day on social media, and I'm certain on social media that anything we pay this much attention to has everlasting effect on whether we notice it or not. You see, the problem with the excess usage of social media is today's youth is tomorrow's, and we ought to be using the internet to build ourselves to be well equipped with the skills, knowledge, and trade required to build a utopia for all. But instead, we're using it to destroy ourselves and each other. And the worst part is we don't even notice it today. I'd like to introduce to you the three stresses that I believe that all caused by the excess usage of social media. These factors are commonly known the face by almost 100% to all teenage today that if we aren't careful, these chances could easily turn into full-blown mental health. So let's begin. The first on the first one is insecurity, and I'm sure you know an insecurity is basically one's a lack of confidence in themselves. And how you must be asking yourself how the social media is insecurities. Well, I'll tell you that each and every one of us here have a highlight reel, and just like as in sports, highlight reel is a collection of your best and brightest moment. Now, social media is your own personal highlight reel. You always want to show your wins, best looks, amazing holidays, and unforgettable meals. And everything through appreciating the good things in life isn't a bad thing. That highlight reel is the cause of teenage insecurities today, and that's because we always comparing our struggles or behind the scenes to other people. You look at this picture of your best friend or the beach and think, why can't I go on holidays? Why isn't my skin as clear to my body as stone? You see, all of these insecurities comes from the constant comparing between you and the people you follow. The second stressor we encountered while going through our social media is social currently now just like the Kenya shilling. A currency is something we use to achieve value to a product or service. Now in social media, the likes, the comments, the shares, this has become this form of social currency by which word should be valued to something. And the problem with this is we on the product. So when you look in the perfect photo to post and you get a like comments or share and return, it becomes a recorded transaction. I'm sure more than half of us in the room have taken down a post because it didn't get as many likes as you thought. And I'll admit, I've been right there with you. You see, we took a product of the shelf because it wasn't selling fast enough. I want you to understand why this is such an epidemic. We are trying up our self-worth with what others think of us, and then we're qualifying it for anyone to see. The third stressors we encounter for going through our social media is formal or the fear of messing up. This is a phrase that around lightly by many teenagers and so many of us have experienced for more than has become normal. First, to ignore and even makes jokes about. What we don't know is when we don't have access in social media or our phones, this formal very quickly turns into a social anxiety that causes irritational withdrawal symptoms. Now that we're aware of some of the negative effects social media can have on us, we need to figure out exactly what we're going to do about it. You see, even through social media can be dangerous, it can also life changing. If you use it for the right thing, it's important to remember that your social media experience could be complete transformed into healthy screen time if you wanted to. Today, I'd like to introduce to you the new action plan that I believe could help you transform your social media experience into something that adds value to your life and to those are the enter and to enter the lives of those around you. The first step is to build a strong value system. Values describe what is important to you in the way that you live your life. They are the very foundation of your beliefs and by nature influence your action, decisions, and behavior. When we begin to make decisions based on our values, we start making very deliberate choices that reflect what is important to us in our lives and not only with these values. Direct when it comes to dealing with some of the problems that I mentioned above. But they will guide you when it comes to deciding exactly how what to use your social media for. The second step is that I call collaborative creativity. Collaboration refers to two or more people working together to achieve the same thing. I'm sure we all heard of aspiring individuals like Greta Sandberg, Lupita Nyong'o, or Wangari Maathai, who have worked tirelessly to starting movements, raising awareness, and making difference. So why not ask your social media to collaborate with some of these individuals? Now, don't you get me wrong. I'm not saying the only way you can use the social media positive is by starting a movement or doing something out of the ordinary, but even just learning about this movement and spreading information, collaboration, education, those around you, and how raise awareness. Collaboration, there is so much that you as an individual can do to make a difference. The third and final step, be yourself. If there's nothing else you're planning to take away from this talk today, at least remember this to you for the 90th birthday. The other day, my grandmother brought me a t-shirt to remind me that the simple fact that nobody's me makes me perfect. Don't even doubt yourself or yourself first based on the number of likes you did or didn't get. Social media doesn't have to define you and your life. You are perfect are, as you are. Like or no likes, shares or no shares, comments or no comments, you are perfect. Thank you.